Good evening, friends. Welcome back to another edition, or should I say spectacular edition of Vinyl Syndrome. As always, I'm your host, V. Thanks for coming and checking my ass out, and I appreciate it. As you can see, this is a little Halloween edition here. I like to do these every once in a while, break them out. They're always fun to do. Halloween happens to be one of my favorite holidays, favorite times of the year, so I like to have a little fun with it. Um, Go a little all out, if you will. Got some albums I'm going to talk about here. Usually I do something in the Halloween theme, but since that's been beaten to death so many times, so many times you can milk that cow, if you will, I decided to step away from that. There's only so many times you can show the Ghostbuster soundtrack, or Michael Jackson's Thriller, or Werewolves of London, insert. So I figured we'll just go through some albums here that I got recently, and then we'll check those out and talk about them and go from there. What do you say? Alright, let's get started. The very first one here needs really no introduction. Band everybody's familiar with, the newest Cannibal Corpse, Chaos Horrific. I recently had the privilege of going to this show. It was Cannibal Corpse with Blood Incantation. We'll also talk about them as well. Gore Guts, talk about them as well. And Mayhem. Here goes the back of the album. Metal Blade Records. Here you go. Killer artwork. Old gatefold action here. There you go. My copy of the vinyl itself is kind of like almost like a bone white, if you will. So no need to really pull that out. There's the lyric sheet that comes with it. There's the vinyl. Like I said, it's kind of like a bone white. Great album by Cannibal Corpse. Again, Cannibal Corpse just more or less doing what Cannibal Corpse been doing, treading down that path. And nothing wrong with that. Cannibal Corpse still putting out, my opinion, great death metal albums. Again, not reinventing the wheel or anything like that, just doing what Cannibal Corpse has been doing. Staying on that formula. I think it works well. Great tracks on that album. If you're not listening to it, highly recommend checking it out. Going on to the next one. This album I actually purchased at the show. This album, I should say this band, was the opener for the show, Blood Incantation. Blew me away. First time seeing these guys live. I've seen Cannibal Corpse quite a few times. First time seeing Blood Incantation, and I must say, amazing band, amazing sound, amazing musicianship. This is their newest that came out. It's more or less an EP, 2 tracks. Side A, more or less is the featured track on this album out of 2. The second track on the B side is just an instrumental. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because this band does shred, and that makes, as you can tell from, if you're familiar with this band, or the artwork, cosmic death metal, if you will. Very good shit, very good stuff, very good live band. Very awesome checking these guys out. My copy just got a little dinged up. I don't know if you was able to tell that, but hey, that's the price to pay. Whenever you're at a metal show, stuff's gonna get a little beat up. Vinyl itself, though, is perfectly fine. Great to have this in the collection. Great to have it with the rest of the Blood Incantation. So yeah, finally awesome to check these guys out. Again, very awesome at the show. Great sound. Great everything. Great band. On to the next one. Now, let's stay in with this, if you will, concert theme for a second here. This next one, Gore Guts. Considered Dead. Classic album of theirs. Their very first LP. Had this on CD, never had it on vinyl, so very happy to scoop this up and grab it on vinyl. I actually got to meet Luke Lindley himself. Tremendous man, sweetheart of a man, very nice guy. Extremely thrilled to see that Gore Guts recently are going to come out with a new album. I'm extremely looking forward to that. I know a lot of people maybe sour on Gore Guts because they went a little down that progressive death metal route, which a lot of people might have lost interest with kind of more like, you know, their first two LPs here, where they were more or less in that straight death metal feel. But I always liked these guys. Always appreciated their artistry, their sound. Um, I'm going to anticipate that their newest album, though, coming out is going to be a little bit more straightforward death metal. It's just the vibe I was getting from the band itself as it was on stage performing. Again, sounded amazing, absolutely fucking killer. Um, just they just made a point that they just seemed like the fan base was kind of, if you will, not jiving as much with their more progressive sound into metal, and they seem like they might be venturing back into, if you will, the more traditional death metal sound. So for you guys that like that, there you go. All right, now let's move on here. Next band, newest Vomitory. All heads are gonna roll. Very good death metal, catchy as shit. Guitar riffs all over this. Out of the newer death metal albums, which we'll talk about here, we'll do like a little quick ranking, if you will. But yeah, this was a very good album that came out this year. If you're interested in some straight forward, catchy death metal, can't go wrong with this. My variant's just straight black, so nothing real special there. Comes with a big poster. You can kind of see it somewhat over my shoulder. I got it framed. Front cover art, very awesome. Alright, let's keep on cruising. The next one here, the newest Cryptopsy album. It's Gamora Burns. Here we go, front. Back with, I got the lyric sheet, so I do my stuff here. Insert vinyl is actually, vinyl itself is pretty cool. I think, yep, it's like a marble. So it's like a nice theme going with the LP itself. There you go. As far as this particular album goes, of the newer death metal albums that came out, that if you wanted the big highlighted ones, I'm going to put this one more towards the bottom. For me, it's just, the production isn't that great. Not that it's terrible. It's, again, as far as production goes nowadays, if you're a big band, you're not going to really get too much as far as production goes. Terrible production. So it's not like it's unlistenable or anything like that. It's just also too a little samey. Nothing really stands out, which you really want. Like, even though, like I said, Cannibal Corpse is doing it over and over again, there's a lot of tracks on that have very much standout quality, where this kind of lacks that. So out of the big ones, that one falls a little short from the newer releases. Next one, we got Dying Fetus. Make Them Beg for Death. I was actually extremely surprised with this album. I haven't listened to Dying Fetus in quite some time. Not that it was something I was avoiding or anything like that. Just fell off my radar for a time and seen this floating. Loved the artwork. It's the first thing that grabbed me from it. So I said, what the hell, why not? I haven't listened to Dying Fetus in a while. I like this album. This album has one thing going for it. Very, very good. And it is catchiness. The guitar work, if you will, the grooviness to it, just stands out in a big way. Very memorable riffs on this. Makes you want to come back, keep listening to it, which is, again, one of the big things which makes albums nice. The repetitiveness of it. Sometimes it's something you might get with albums that have a lot more to feature as far as artisticness. Sometimes it's just something like this, catchiness. And this album, other than, again, more big release death metal albums, Dying Fetuses, I think this one has the best catchiness for me. On to the next one. Now, if we're just going, for me personally, this is the newest one from this band as well. Out of the new ones I just mentioned, this one got the least amount of listens just because this is the newest one that I got in that I haven't listened to yet as much. But from what I have listened to, I am feeling like this one is probably going to be my personal favorite of the year from these big death metal artists, and this is the newest of Tomb Mold, The Enduring Spirit. I'm really liking the route that Tomb Mold went on this. Again, this can something be that might be misconstrued by a lot of people as we just talked about with Gorguts, as they started to transition their sound. This is what Tomb Mold is doing on this in spades, but for me, it's really working very well. I'm liking the progressive sound they're making on this. I'm liking the almost spacious, atmospheric sound they're creating on this with the guitar work and everything. Production's awesome. $20 spin. Again, I've always been a big fan of this label. This is just me, just the few spins I gave this is just really hitting the spot. This is going to be, again, for me, probably one of the top, if you will, death metal albums that come out for me from the year, from definitely from these guys. Tomb Mold's newest. The Enduring Spirit has a big poster in it. Same thing as the cover. I'm not going to pull that out in case you guys are wondering. The vinyl itself, I believe, is colored. It is very nice. It's almost like a marbling. There you go. Yeah, if you're not listening to this, give it a listen. But go into it open mind, and it's not the same Tomb Mold. They're get more adventurous on this album, but in my opinion, in a very good way. Alright, let's go on to the next one, shall we? Alright, this one can fall a little more, I guess, into the Halloween spirit of things. This is the Dennis Sherman, Masters of Evil. Again, has a very merciful fate. Don't break the O feel to it as it should because of the connection with the guitar players from the band. Great album. Again, it gives that little fixed feel, if you want that, for a little, if you will, King Diamond, Merciful Fate type album. Of course, it doesn't have any King Diamond on it, which is the main thing that's missing from it. Not that the vocals are bad or anything, but as you're listening to this, of course, the guitars and everything are awesome. It's just missing that one little thing, and that's, of course, the King. But as far as musicianship goes, can't go wrong with this. Classic, great album from these guys. Give it a listen if you haven't. If you're just a big fan of Dennis Sherman or Merciful Fate, Black Diamond, any of that type of stuff. If you haven't listened to this yet, check it out. I think you might really, really dig this. Again, it has a big poster, if I haven't mentioned that, same as this artwork here, which is pretty badass. Again, has that Don't Break the O feel, which you should expect. Alright, moving on to the next one. Man, there's been some good black metal albums come out this year. This one here, I was very happy to find at my record shop, because I usually don't get something like this appear very often in my record shop. If it does, for some reason it seems like it's gone, and rightly so, and I miss it. This is the newest from Satanic War Master. I'm not going to try to pronounce this name, because for some reason I feel like I'm going to butcher it up. But there you go. Color artwork, definitely fitting with the Halloween vibe here, a little werewolf action. Of course, Werewolf Vocalist, Werewolf Records, 2023. Awesome album by these guys. This is, for me, still Fimbulwinter is just one of my favorites. This is overtaking it. Simply for the fact, musicianship on this, quality-wise, right up there with that album. But for me, their vocals. The vocals from Werewolf on this are tremendous. To me, they're some of the best it's ever done on any album. For me, they're just very guttural, very pushed in the forefront. A lot of times, you'll get black metal albums where the drums, the guitars, and everything at a vocal point, and the vocals itself are pushed more into the background, where, for my money, the vocals seem like they're more pushed in the forefront for this, and rightfully so, because they're just so goddamn good. They stand out. The guitar work is amazing, drumming's amazing, production's amazing, just everything about this, to me, was just chef's kiss type of an album. So, this is ranking up there for me. Again, it's a couple months ago, I got to cycle through some things, give some things some more listen, but this is definitely, for me, ranking up there as one of my favorite black metal albums of this year. So if you've not gave this Satanic War Master album a listen yet, I highly recommend you do. It's tremendous. Again, can't say enough about the vocals on this album. It's blew me away. Alright, this very last one I'm going to jump into real quick. This is actually a box set I bought. Seen it online for the price. Wasn't too much. It's like something I was interested in. Decided to check it out. I got it already broken down here for easier showage. This is Swedish death metal. Here goes the front of the box set itself. Here goes the thickness of your boy. There you go. Alright, set you aside. Alright, now the LPs themselves, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 LPs. They come in like this. There you go. And one of them is the same. It comes in the packaging just like that. And every LP itself is, more or less, it's kind of like a silverish, a little bit see-through type thing going on there. But very nice. Very nice. Very nice. And then also with the packaging here, set this aside. Comes with a big booklet. Front, back, we'll show that some more in a second. And then on the inside, which is very nice, it shows you all the bands that are in this. I'll just show you real fast. We'll open up to a page because there's a lot of bands in here, just to give you like an idea, and I'll show you the back of the box. It has all the bands too as well. I'll just give you a quick little preview, just to give you an idea. There you go. As you can see, we got some Grotesque, At the Gates, let's see, Marduk, depending on how you pronounce it, Dissection, Cemetery, Edge of Sanity, Tiamat. I mean, it's just, good shit in here. This is why, for the price, I jumped on it. It also comes with some goodies as well. Let's show these. It comes with a patch, Swedish death metal, very awesome. A little vinyl slip mat, very awesome. It also comes with this giant poster. Well, not giant. This one's actually reasonable size, considering it's a box set. Thinking like it's something a little bit, but this is pretty badass. You can see it's hitting the mic per usual. Swedish death metal. Shows you all the bands and where they're from. Like Stockholm, for instance, and a lot of other places I cannot pronounce, but get the idea. Gothenburg or something like that. But yeah, pretty badass. Cool little poster. Definitely something pretty nice. Maybe worth hanging up, framing. And then let's show the back real fast. You get the idea. Here we go. Alright, there you go. And basically, like I said, it's just a collection of a whole bunch of Swedish death metal bands. I named a lot of the big hitters right there on that one page. Some of them are LP songs off of LPs. Vast majority of them though are stuff that's either demos or EPs. Song quality on some of them, vast majority of them though are very good to good. So like I said, I wound up getting this on Amazon, in case someone's wondering where I purchased this at. And this is right around, like I said, $100. Maybe give more, give a more couple bucks than subtracting. But yeah, in my opinion, definitely worth the money, especially for the quality of bands and the tracks you get, and just a couple little fun goodies you get as well. So, if any of you guys have a couple little bucks you want to splurge, want to check it out, Amazon's the place I got it at. But that's gonna do it for this episode, guys. So if everybody has a safe and happy Halloween, Devil's Night, which I am recording here tonight, Halloween tomorrow. So have a good Devil's Night, good Halloween wherever you're at in this part of the world. Be safe, be happy, have a good time. I'll be back with another video. I'm going to be eventually digging over here into my vinyl collection. That's going to be one of the videos I want to make. We'll do like a little multi-video. I'll start from an A and then work my way down, and we'll do some other stuff in between there as well. But that's going to be one of my videos I have coming up very soon here. I'm going to start breaking down ye old vinyl collection. So as always, thanks for coming checking my ass out. I appreciate it. Have a safe and happy holiday. I love you guys as always. Rock on.